I'm Socrates, and I help people navigate today's sexual marketplace because I actually believe the sexes are meant for each other, that we are naturally compatible and complementary for each other. But society, culture, sexual politics, and sheer ignorance to our human nature has taken us seriously awry. I want to change that. In this video, I discuss a portion of my book, The Map, A Personal Guide to the Sexual Marketplace, the large and welcoming area known as being average or normal. What are the risks and rewards for being there, and why being average is precisely the reason you are not marriage potential. The problems with normal and average isn't the safe and albeit comfortable place we've come to believe it to be. The reality about being normal or average is that there is significant dangers and risks associated with being either being normal or average. In the two other zones that bracket normal, the friend zone and the fuck buddy zone, both are personal hells. They are the zones in which people are tormented, tortured, and ostracized in isolation. The middle may seem safe, but it isn't, because everything here is at risk. From getting too comfortable, from getting worn down, and your results start to slip, or simply by being outcompeted and overrun by your betters. The results and determination of this may not have been delivered as of yet. The results may be delayed, but the bill will still come due. Even if you do manage to sustain a lifetime of balancing being normal or average, it is a constant struggle to balance and to maintain. It is a life constantly teetering on failure, yet shying away from actual success. It is a lifetime of consignment, of limbo, of not knowing, of not being sure. Furthermore, the middle, normal, and average is where people naturally want to relax and take a break. That's normal, and it should happen to consolidate resources, to regain strength and energy and resolve to carry on. It should be a break, though, not a stopping point. Too often, though, it isn't even a stopping point. It's the aiming point for far, far too many people who desire and want more, but are unwilling to endure the discomfort or to seek the gains and advantages that they need and want in life. Let's take a closer look at average or being normal, particularly when we view ourselves, others, how others view us, and the nature of our relationships. Ask yourself the following questions. Is average certain? Is it in control? Is it managed? If you were certain, in control, and managed, you wouldn't be average. You would be extraordinary. If others viewed you as certain, in control, and managed, they wouldn't consider you average or normal. They would consider you extraordinary. If your employers and customers you serve considered you certain, in control, and managed, you wouldn't be providing normal or average services. You would be delivering extraordinary services. If your relationships now were certain, in control, and managed, your relationships would not be average. They would be extraordinary relationships. Another way of looking at this is from your perspective. How attractive to you is the uncertainty of average or normal? How safe to you is the lack of control of average? What do you think the benefits and rewards of being unmanaged of average actually are? Would you want to be sold on a product or service that is average? A product or service that comes with uncertainty, lack of safety, of questionable return on investment? Would you want to sell a product or service that is average or normal? I ask because if you're average, that's you. That is you in the sexual marketplace today. If you are average, you are doing just enough to be of potential value while at the same time doing the least amount not to get fired or replaced. You're doing what most people do, what most people expect, and therefore there's no breaking out of the crowd for you to distinguish you from yourself from better options. The problem with average or normal is that you are unremarkable. There is nothing special about you, nothing worthy of notice or remark. You're just as good as your peers and thus forgettable. As an individual, you just don't stand out. You don't overcome the resistance, pressures, or have the discipline to be extraordinary. Let's talk about your dreams for a little bit. Do you want your dreams to remain a figment of your imagination? Or would you actually want them to be materialized? Are dreams and ambitions really dreams and ambitions when they can be commonly had? When average can achieve them? Of course not. Dreams are never achieved by being average. Extraordinary things just don't happen when knowledge, thinking, and actions are normal or average or ordinary. That is, unless you have faith, which is holding on to a belief despite the presence of evidence and reason to the contrary, or when the laws of averages just don't apply to you because you're that special. We're all conditioned to expect instant gratification, but any success or triumph realized quickly with only marginal effort is necessarily shallow. Meaningful achievement takes time, hard work, persistence, patience, proper intent, and constant self-awareness. The path to success is punctuated by failure, consolidation, and renewed effort. I wrote The Map, a personal guide to the sexual marketplace, to assist you and others to help clarify where they are at in life and potential future before them, to help not just identify the issues, but to point to tangible behaviors that would be appropriate to affect positive change and to provide a measure of support and motivation to go along the way. You need to know what you're playing for and the risks associated with playing it safe if you want to be successful. Never be lost in the sexual marketplace again.